one of the greatest superfoods. Learn from Grandma. The morning mist clung to the ground like a whisper as 70-year-old Grandma Rose walked barefoot toward the hidden creek behind her small farm in rural Pennsylvania. Her calloused hands moved with reverence through the dark green watercress leaves, their peppery scent rising in the cool air. "Poor man's bread," she murmured, words her Victorian grandmother had taught her. An immigrant who brought more than recipes from England. She brought survival itself. Inside the farmhouse, her 12-year-old granddaughter Lily lay curled under blankets, pale as winter clouds. Another flu. Another week missing school. Another round of expensive medicines that barely worked. Rose's weathered face creased with worry as she watched the girl's chest rise and fall with labored breath. "There's something stronger than pharmacy pills," Rose whispered to herself, clutching the fresh watercress. Something they've forgotten. Later that morning, Rose placed a simple wooden plate before Lily. Fresh watercress, crusty bread, and butter. "Grandma, it smells weird, like spicy weeds." Lily pushed the plate away. "Can't we just have the salad from the supermarket? The crispy lettuce Mom buys?" Rose's eyes darkened with something between sadness and determination. She sat down heavily, her joints cracking. "Let me tell you something your great-great-grandmother told me when I was your age. Sick, just like you." Rose's voice dropped to that storytelling tone that made even the wind seem to listen. In Victorian London, during the harsh winters, children were dying. Rickets, scurvy, starvation. But there was this plant, Rose continued, growing wild in the cold streams, free, powerful. The street vendors called it the health of the poor. My grandmother's mother survived because of this. She pushed the plate closer. "This isn't just food, my flower. This is 200 years of survival. More iron than spinach, more calcium than milk, more vitamins than anything in those supermarket aisles." Lily stared at the dark green leaves, their wild appearance so different from the pale uniform lettuce she knew. Slowly, reluctantly, she took a small bite. The peppery, slightly bitter taste exploded in her mouth. So alive, so different. Not pleasant, but powerful. Days became weeks. Every morning Rose served watercress, in omelets, in sandwiches, in salads with tomatoes and olive oil. Lily complained less and less, because something was changing. Her cheeks gained color, like someone had turned up the warmth in her blood. The constant fatigue that made stairs feel like mountains began to lift. By the third week, Rose found Lily running through the yard, laughing, her energy boundless as a summer bird. "Grandma, I don't know, different, stronger." Her dark hair flying, Rose smiled, tears gathering in her ancient eyes. "That's what real food does, child." But Lily's curiosity had been sparked. In school, during science class, she started researching. That evening, Lily burst into the kitchen where Rose was preparing dinner, her phone clutched in trembling hands. "Grandma! Grandma! You won't believe this!" Her voice cracked with emotion. Rose turned from the stove, concerned. "What happened?" "The CDC, the Centers for Disease Control, they did a study. They ranked every vegetable and fruit by nutritional density." Lily's eyes were wide, almost wild. "Guess what scored 100 out of 100, the highest possible score?" Rose's weathered face broke into a knowing smile. "Watercress! Watercress, Grandma! The thing you've been feeding me." Lily's voice was shaking now, tears streaming down her face. "And you know what iceberg lettuce scored? The one Mom buys from the supermarket every week? 7. Only 7 out of 100. The phone screen showed the scientific chart. Watercress, 100. E0 at the very top, followed by Chinese cabbage and chard. Far, far below, barely visible, sat iceberg lettuce with its pathetic 7. "But why?" Lily whispered. "Why does everyone buy the useless one?" Her expression grave. "Because, my flower, the useless one travels well. It lasts weeks in trucks. It looks pretty in supermarkets. It's convenient." She paused, her voice dropping. But watercress? It wilts in hours unless it's fresh. It tastes strong. It's inconvenient. It's wild. So they chose profit over health, Lily said quietly. Lily sat in silence for a long moment, staring at the data on her phone, then at her grandmother's weathered hands. Those hands that had pulled her back from sickness. Those hands that carried Victorian wisdom through time. "You saved me," Lily whispered. "Just like your grandmother saved those children in London. You knew. You always knew." Rose's eyes filled with tears. "I didn't know the science, child, but I knew the truth. I felt it in my bones. Some knowledge doesn't need studies. It needs love." Lily threw her arms around her grandmother, sobbing now. "This isn't just a plant. It's not just nutrition. It's love that outlasts supermarkets. It's survival that outlasts trends." The next Saturday morning, Lily woke before dawn. She found Rose already at the creek, and together they began to expand the watercress bed. Digging, planting, channeling water. Neighbors began to notice. "What are you doing?" asked Mrs. Maria from next door. "Planting the most powerful vegetable in the world," Lily answered proudly. "Ranked number 1 by science, forgotten by everyone." Word spread. Soon, Rose's small creek became a teaching ground. She showed other families how to grow watercress in containers, in small streams, even in shaded water buckets. "It's not about being fancy," Rose told them. "It's about being alive. Real food fights for you. That dead lettuce in the supermarket, it doesn't even fight for itself. That's why it lasts so long." Months later, the creek had transformed into a lush green oasis. Watercress cascaded over rocks, its roots drinking from the clean water, its leaves reaching toward the sun. Lily, now stronger than she'd ever been, stood with her grandmother at the water's edge. She thought about the Victorian children who had survived because of this plant, about her own recovery, about all the people who would never know. "Grandma," she said softly, "I want to tell people. I want them to know what we know." Rose squeezed her hand. "Then tell them, my flower. But remember, some will listen, and some will keep buying the convenient lie. All you can do is live the truth." Lily nodded, understanding. That evening, as they harvested fresh watercress for dinner, Lily looked at her grandmother with new eyes. Eyes that saw not just an old woman, but a guardian of ancestral wisdom, a keeper of forgotten truths. "We choose the living, not the convenient," Lily said, repeating words Rose had spoken weeks ago. Rose smiled, her weathered face beautiful in the fading light. "Now you understand, child. Now you're truly alive." They walked back to the farmhouse together, their arms full of dark green leaves that carried the power of centuries, the wisdom of survival, and the simple, profound truth that the best things in life are often the wildest, the most inconvenient, the most forgotten. Behind them, the creek sang its eternal song. The watercress swayed in the evening breeze, and somewhere in the fabric of time, Victorian children smiled, their legacy living on in the hands of those who chose to remember. The real superfoods don't come in packages. They come with stories, and those stories, like watercress roots, run deep. Have you been choosing convenience over life? What forgotten wisdom from your grandparents could change your health today?